It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Indianapolis. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They go play action. Mills. This ball caught by Mechie. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. A first down throw for Mills. This to the outside for Mack. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Play action now. Mills. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Third and 2, now Ryan. Got an open man, it's QT. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. A nice game there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On the counter, it's Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Flush to his right. And Woods has it complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, it's only week one, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Mills now from the 50. He gets this one to Mechie. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 40-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A
nice effort and an even nicer stop from Kwity Paye. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake, Mills. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
But you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets? A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure. And boy, did it pay off in this case.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
On play action, Mills.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating, steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On second and a long way to go.
Mills. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
20!
Play action. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. On 3rd down, Ryan.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play action, Ryan.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Ryan,
he'll get this one to Pittman. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. a false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Tuesday. Hey, stop!
Now Ryan. And he'll find Pittman. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll run here with Taylor, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Ryan, a little pop pass, jet sweep. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Ryan. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Blankenship's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 score.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Will Redmond.
And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, well, we look at the defense. They came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Done.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
73 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They go play action now. Ryan.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Throwing again on second down. Ryan. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Hey, Tuesday.
From the gun on third down, Ryan.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TV.
Well, here this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a one-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is down to 4. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Quick throw into the hands of Pittman.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. That sack backs Ryan the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long.
Hey, 59, hey!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted.
Desmond King picks it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go with Mack here up the middle. They find some open field here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That good for 19 on a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Play fake, Mills.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball. But
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's close. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 34 yards.
And the Texans have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, Every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. A give for Taylor running right side.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down movement.
And not an easy spot here. He'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Third and long. It's Ryan.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Quickly out wide to Mechie.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
Throwing, Mills.
Out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On third down, here's Mills.
And he's got Dorsett complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this will probably get away from them.
Taken down at the 42.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They go play action. Mills.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Xavier Rhodes sprints in on the corner blitz for the sack.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Third and long for Mills.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here comes the end around as Ryan will just leave this for his wideout.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Room here to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
113 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
On first down, Ryan.
He'll get this off to Taylor. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Ryan. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
21.
Ryan to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Running left, Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it. But don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Second and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Here's Ryan. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Throwing now is Ryan. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
23, Texans 19.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over first down again. At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Mills.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now Mills.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Mills looking to throw it. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Mills back to throw. Able to find Mack. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of about 5. That stops the clock, but slow and steady won't win the race at this point.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Will Redmond.
And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception,
I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1.